excited to have the opportunity to give you a little bit more information about me and why I think I would be an ideal candidate to work at Cherry Creek Elevation. So to start, a little about me is I'm very outgoing, very hardworking. I'm passionate about special education as well as being really outdoorsy. The reason why I would really love to work for Cherry Creek Elevation is because of the holistic approach that you take on developing student curriculum and instruction based on who they are as an individual, as well as the flexibility and independence that students are able to gain by having an online education. I think that is the way of the future, and that to be a part of that and be on the groundwork of something so new and innovative is something that really piques my interests and my passions, as well as the fact that students will have that flexibility to explore their passions and be able to have the world opened up for them a little bit more than they could in a traditional school. My experience in kindergarten through 8th grade special education aligns me really well to be able to work at Cherry Creek Elevation because I have a great toolbox and wealth of knowledge when it comes to differentiation and designing specifically targeted instruction for students on special education or IEP plans. And so I feel very confident and comfortable meeting the diverse needs that come through the special education lens. The other piece to that is that I'm extremely hardworking. Take a lot of ownership in my students and their education and their success in the real world as well as at the school. So I would put my heart and soul into the support of my students. Another reason why I think I would be a great candidate for Cherry Creek Elevation is because I have already opened 2 brand new campuses before. So I have experience in the amount of organization, hard work, but also the level of energy and excitement that goes into opening something brand new. What I've taken away from it the most is the bond that is created between the parents, the students that throw their trust into something so new, as well as the colleagues that are able to collaborate and really hone in on exactly the target and where they're going together. So that's something that excites me and it makes me really feel like I would be a valuable team member for Cherry Creek Elevation. And then the final piece is I love to think outside of the box. I'm innovative. I love new ideas and strategies to try. So when it comes to the idea of an online education, I would be very flexible and willing to experiment and be able to really stretch myself and get to know what the best policy and programming is for students who are receiving online instruction rather than the traditional approach. So the 3 ways that I have built strong parent and colleague and student connections within special education is by first building personal rapport. Second, it's being open and willing to hear and take in perspectives of other stakeholders within the case. And the third way is by having open and honest dialogue with all stakeholders regarding celebrations as well as roadblocks in the process. So by being the lead of 3 campuses of 11 adults and as well as managing a caseload of 25 students, I have really heavily relied on video chat as well as phone calls and emails to be able to make sure to have that open dialogue. And this year we have piloted an EdThena program in which my other learning specialists film themselves teach, post it online, and then we all go in and give each other constructive and positive feedback related to the lessons that they have with their students. And the other most fundamental piece, I believe, is carving out face-to-face time. And so once a month I hold training meetings together where we pull all learning specialists and paraprofessionals from their campus together to have that face-to-face time. So I think it's a combination of having an open door policy, creating expectations from the get-go, and carving out that face-to-face time that you are able to really support students and their parents' concerns and needs as well as your colleagues. The most important thing to be considered as special education crosses into the virtual world is going to have to be compliance. And as special educators, as well as the team approach, we are going to have to work with the student and the family to ensure that the students' service delivery times are met, their accommodations are being carried through with fidelity, and their goals are being worked on. And so to do that, I would like to meet with the special education team and determine with the families about when and how the services will be delivered, as well as a communication plan with the general education teachers. From there, we can flex and meet together when needed to ensure that the students' IEP plan is compliant. Create personalized learning experiences for my students. The first thing that I do after reviewing the IEP is do a student interview and a parent interview to get their personal perspective and feedback and end goals that they would like to see. And then from there, I really work with the student on getting baseline objectives on where they are and where they need to be to continue to gain access to the general education curriculum. So from there, I design lessons and curriculum with that end in mind, with infusing their interests and their ability to reflect their own strengths as well as interests within the lesson planning. And what I've seen by doing this coupling of targeting specific areas that needs improvement, as well as honing in on the strengths, I'm able to increase the buy-in of my students. And so when they come see me, they know that what we're gonna work on it will be extremely meaningful to them and really show academic progress. Thank you again for the opportunity to get to know me better. I really look forward to hearing from you all soon. Thank you.
What the message with yellow is, slow down. Something's not feeling super great, huh? Something's feeling a little off.
That happens to me a lot.
It does. Oh my gosh, this is like magic moment. The whole point of this is so when you walk into school, you're like, I guess I go to New York today. You can still have some strategies to get your work done. Thank you for that awesome example. Okay.